What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is episode number 28. USA. 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 This is what we do. We're the underdogs all the time, bro. When adversity gets thrown at us, Uncle Ty, you know what we do?
Become the first losers.
We come out second. That's what we do. But we're still on the podium.
We're doing really good. I felt like for the conditions and going all the way over there and watching qualifying racing and, you know, everybody fucking finishing 7th and 6th and 8th and right in there.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a win.
I felt like that was a pretty... I don't know if I would have called it a win because it was second, but I think we did good. I'm proud. Let's put it that. I'm proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free. You know what I'm saying?
All I know, and these are facts, everybody except for Kyle Webster in the top 2 teams race American motocross and supercross. So we're the best.
I mean, other than Tim Geiser.
And Tim Geiser
and
won the
Webster
last moto,
did
but,
ride in U.S., so
I mean, yeah, but not
not the whole time, but whatever.
Not full time, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I meant. Don't get all technical on me already.
Let's talk about Kyle Webster. What do you think happened there? Okay, do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
No. Oh, the qualifying race he crashed 3 times.
No. Okay, that's fine. Kyle Webster raced a full-blown factory Honda.
Oh, really?
Yes, I commented on it because I looked at all 3 bikes and I'm like, that's looking a little magnesium. That's looking a little titanium. That's looking like Jet and Hunter's bike. Like really, really close. And I know the little specific parts on the bikes that you can and can't get.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I commented on Honda's post. I said, is Webster factory Honda for the weekend? And Honda wrote back, yes, he is. So,
yeah.
So do you think that was...
tryout?
No, not a tryout. I think that was Hymus's bike. I think they already had planned for Hymus's bike.
Oh, probably.
And they're like, yo, we got this all coming over anyways. You want to hop on the...
Yeah, just change some graphics and fucking fit you right in? Probably. I mean, it makes the right fit. It probably... I mean, Chance Hymus probably, it was so last minute, the bike already probably shipped.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And the parts and the tires and the...
Same mechanic, same everybody.
Yeah, and that's going to help big time, especially in the 250 class, because
that kind of explains a lot on the qualifying races because he's probably really nervous, really wasn't used to the bike on how quick and everything was. Like,
yeah,
a little overconfident.
Maybe not overconfident, but I think a little extra added pressure. You know, you're on factory Honda.
Absolutely.
You want to perform. You're at MXON Nations.
Yeah.
You got the 2 best riders that just went 1-2 in SMX, and now you're the freaking weakest link. No offense to Kyle Webster, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You're the weakest link of the bunch, and you got to perform, and you'll win.
Yes.
Oh, that's a text message. Let me turn that off. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Good for them. Good for Kyle Webster, right?
I mean, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have the opportunity to go race a fucking factory bike.
Okay. Super cool. Let's move on a little bit. There's so many things I want to talk about with MXON Nations. First of all, JT on the broadcast, thought he needed a little work in that position.
Dude,
but
it's
did
so
solid.
Hard. I don't know. Do you know the other guy's name?
No, but that guy's so good.
Dude, he's such a legend.
Yeah.
And, like, he does a lot of his broadcasting. Like, he does have guests come in, like, frequently. But I've also heard him do it by himself. And he's so amazing.
I can't even imagine what it would be like to do that show
announcing a race by yourself and being able to connect it and just, like, make sense and then keep on progressing. Like, that is a motherfucking talent.
Yeah, that dude is good. And I like watching him too because I am excited to watch him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where that's kind of what my little bit of pet peeve was, like, when I watched him, when I was listening to him, I was like, oh, it's about to happen.
Yeah.
And then when I was listening to JT, I was like, is it though? Like, this is Tim Geyser and Jet about to pass each other. Oh, they're, you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know. I wish he'll get better though. JT's so good at his role. I think he just needs more time. And I hope that was his first tryout for that spot.
No, he's done other MXGP calls for US
he has
broadcasting. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, on to the next thing. Jeffrey Hurlings.
A little uneventful?
You know, for how much hype Jeffrey Hurlings gets, it's...
Bro, you got to understand, too, that this is like... We always, like, think of Jeffrey Hurlings as, like, this god because he came over in Iron Man for
dude, it's not
like,
just the
Iron
Man thing.
I know, but that just, like, goes into the Jeffrey Hurlings legend, right?
Yeah.
And then he's, like, really good at sand, and this is, like, the exact opposite. And I don't know where he's at as far as, like, health-wise and everything.
Yeah, that's
Because
the real issue.
He's gotten messed up a lot.
Yes.
Like, God forbid, hopefully he never gets hurt again. But, you know, we don't know where he's at health-wise. And, I mean, he was still freaking tracking down Tomac and passing him. Like...
Yeah, but, I mean, there's...
Like, that's pretty freaking gnarly, dude.
It's super gnarly. It's super gnarly. But the Jeffrey... I guess you're right. The Jeffrey Hurlings name is just like, it's Jeffrey freaking Hurlings.
Yeah, you expect this guy to be up front every single time the gate drops.
I'm
like
expecting
either winning
Jet
or crash.
Jet version 2 or Jet version 1,
or like
whatever.
more of like a European James Stewart kind of.
Exactly. That's what I'm...
Like this crazy amount of speed, and if he stays on two wheels, he's winning.
Yes. If he stays on 2, it doesn't matter where he starts, he's going to finish first.
I mean, yeah, but just to flip the script, like, it seemed definitely like Tim Geyser took that role on Matterley, and he seemed to really like this track.
Yes. I mean, dude.
Bro.
Okay, another thing.
Are we going to talk about the pass?
Not yet. We're going to get there. Jorge Prado. Coming over to America next year, right?
Yep.
Okay.
On the Cowie team.
Did not look good.
I mean, he got a whole shot.
He did, but he was not the champ, MXGP champ Jorge Prado.
I mean,
you know, like, how do you think he's just tired, or do you think maybe he got nicked?
100%.
Yeah, and two, like,
I mean, other than Jet Lawrence, who just won the Super Motocross Championship, like,
yeah,
I could only imagine what it takes out of you to win the MXGP, you know, World Championship, because they're racing like months on end. I don't know exactly when their season starts, but I've seen their schedule, and they do a lot less races than America, but they do a lot of traveling over months at a time into different countries, and it's a lot. And you know, like, MX Nation is probably the last thing on their mind for anybody.
Yeah.
You know, they want to do their job in their categorized series and win that championship.
Yeah, but I think, like, for Jorge Prado, I think what it is like it's over a longer period of time. There's less races over a longer period of time, like you said, in different countries. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a lot of stress to be held for that period of time. And then you win the championship, and it's such a big exhale. Yeah. Maybe he finally let his body relax, and he just wasn't in the fight mode he was for MX Nations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He wasn't in the same MXGP mode that he was in for MX of Nations. And I'm wondering was he hurt? Was that a result of that? Or what was it, you know?
I mean, also, Espanyol. I mean, also, bro, it's also like...
The teammates?
Yeah. Like, if your team...
It is kind of messed up.
If your team is in for like the win.
Yeah.
And like
if you're gonna go out,
projected to like get on the podium, I feel like you're gonna. I've never been in that position, so I'm just speculating. But like, I would feel a little bit more to leave it on the line than if my team was getting like 15th.
What do you mean? We've all been in that position. It doesn't matter if you're in elementary school and you got 3 people on your flag football team.
Hey, this is
if
perfect.
You know the 2 other guys suck.
This is perfect. Okay, they don't suck. Obviously, they race professional dirt bikes, and you have no idea who they are.
I wasn't saying they suck.
Look this is what I'm talking about. Like, Miami Dolphins, dude, for instance.
Yep.
They lost their starting QB. Everybody's fucking down. They finally got their first win, but it's like before that, the whole team was down and kind of like de-elevated themselves because they knew they didn't have a chance to win.
Yeah, because they didn't have their star player and they didn't have the right guys. And
they weren't going into the weekend thinking that they could get a podium spot. They're just like, oh, yeah, let's go have fun. Let's make sure we don't get hurt for our next year.
Yeah.
Enjoy the process, enjoy the MXON Nations.
Yeah.
I'm totally speculating here, but like that's what I would assume.
And he just had it. And Prado also just proved he was the best by winning MXGP. What more do you want? Exactly. So he just proved he's the best. Then he's got two teammates that he knows he's not going to have a great chance of winning the MXON Nations with. Not that they're slow, but 2 teammates that aren't going to be top 5 every moto.
And he's got a Monster Energy Kawasaki ride waiting for him, getting done with MXON Nations, probably going to fly over here this week or next week and start training Supercross for the following year.
Sick. Ken Roxon, beast on the first lap.
Bro.
Always sick to watch. Cooper Webb, about predicted. I was hoping for...
Let's just talk about Kenny for a second.
Okay.
I think this is so good for Kenny. Like, this is exactly what, like, Kenny needs in the offseason to be ready for A1.
Yeah.
You know what
Kenny's
I'm saying?
got to race.
Kenny's got to race into shape, and, like, going over the Europe, being the MXON Nations, then going to World Supercross maybe in a few weeks. I don't know exactly what their schedule is.
Yep.
And then, probably doing a few rounds there, doing fucking some other European races. Like, dude, if Kenny can stay healthy and fucking stay on the same bike, A1, dude, he's going to fucking, he's probably not, he's going to be in the championship hunt, like, for the first 5 rounds like he normally is, and then maybe pumps out like 1 or 2 wins. And, like, that's the recipe for Kenny. He's got to race, and it starts now. So I'm excited to see Kenny racing healthy enough to continue racing, because that's what he needs to do to be good coming January.
Yep, absolutely. You know who we want to shout out right now? DreamTraxx Sprockets. One of the sponsors of our show, keeping this boat afloat. Okay, 300 to 500 hours you can get out of your sprocket. Do you want to keep on buying sprockets all of the time?
No.
Or do you want a DreamTraxx sprocket?
Everything's so goddamn expensive nowadays. You got to buy something that lasts, and that is DreamTraxx sprockets.
Quality, bro. Made in the USA. Voted the #1 sprocket by fans in 2023. What more can you ask for? Go to DreamTraxx.com. Use code TrackTalkers, no capitals, TrackTalkers25. It'll be down here at the bottom of the screen. Use the code, get 25% off, get hooked up, tell your friends. Okay, we have a guest on the line. Not on the line yet, but we're going to give a guest a call. Shawn Rife.
Let's go.
One of my good buddies, racer back in the day. Really, really, really good racer.
Really good amateur rider. I remember seeing him at Lake Whitney back in the day.
Way back in the day. Now he works for Moto Sandbox. He's done a lot of work for Red Bull. We're going to get into that. He works on a dozer. He's a track builder. Super great dude. I've done some rapping with him.
Nice.
But he knows the moto industry in and out. He works at the same place as Ken Roxon and
Levi
Kitchen.
And a few others.
But we'll get into that a little bit later. I definitely want to finish this conversation about MXON Nations, but let's get him on the line.
Yo, what up?
Riffy, what's up? Welcome to the show, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Heck yeah, we're stoked. We gave a little introduction of what you got going on, but we started off talking about MXON Nations, and we are getting.
Yes, sir.
Did you watch any of the MXON Nations highlights or the motos or anything?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was away from home, so I didn't really even look at Instagram or none of that.
Yeah.
And I did kind of peep in on. My brother was like, "Oh, I went into the Instagram, and then they'd show me who won," and I'm like, "Man, come on, man." And I'm like,
I hate
like,
it when your buddy always spoils it. That sucks.
Hey, I was like, if USA didn't win, like, I don't even care. Tell me who won.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch it.
Yeah, straight up, huh? Oh. So,
and
go ahead.
Anyway, he's like, "No, they didn't win." I'm like, "Okay." Well, we come home, and honestly, dude, like, I'm a freaking avid dirt bike watcher. Like, it is so deep in my blood and bones. It's crazy. Like, coming
straight
from
up.
somebody that's been close, but dude, Tomac was ripping, huh?
Tomac was ripping, but what I want to talk about, Shawn, my brother's here with you. We're in the studio.
Perfect.
But what I want to talk about right now is the last lap battle between Tim Geiser and Jet Lawrence. And it really wasn't a last lap battle. It was like the last 3 or 4 laps. Mm-hmm. So what happened, Riffy, if you didn't watch it, was Jet passed Geiser. 2 laps to go.
Yeah.
Jet started making a few little mistakes and bobbles. And then Tim Geiser, Tim Geiser puts the move of a lifetime in the last corner.
Buddy,
well, 2 corners.
Let me break this down, Bob. Let me break this down, Bob. Hey, in my position, Tim Geiser didn't even have a shot. The buddy didn't even have a shot. Hey, dude hit that third to last turn like it was fucking his last shot at it. Hey, the amount of fucking the amount of gaps of bikes he caught up
in the last lap was insane.
Astronomical, dude. And not even in the last lap, but in the last 4 turns. Buddy hit that right-hander like he ain't never hit a right-hander. Dude was on the throttle. I mean, that thing was freaking walking out, going crazy. And Jay even looked back on that little step down, like, "Oh, where's he at?" And in his mind, he was like, "Oh shit, he's a lot closer than I thought." And then, guess what? Too late, buddy made the move of a lifetime. How did he cut across like that,
dude? I don't know.
The Americans. Nothing against the Americans, bro. Nothing against none of them dudes. They are savages to the biggest. I respect them on so many levels. That dude Geiser made the motherfucking crossover of a lifetime and cut boy off at 45 mile an hour.
Bro, you know what? Dude, you are not spitting anything but facts.
Hey, there ain't a fucking dude right now in the last round of the last championship that's going to cut across the whole corner unless it's Bam Bam. Hey, Bam Bam would do that. Ain't another one of them that's doing that. Guaranteed.
Hey, you know what was my favorite part about that pass? My favorite fucking part about the whole thing was that if Jet didn't see it coming and like back out, Jet was gonna be flat as a motherfucking pancake in that last turn, bro. He was toast. Geiser was going for the throat.
Hey, Buddy went in like, I don't care who's here, Bob. Hey, you're going down right here unless you're good enough to bobble it, then it's my win anyway.
Riffy, oh my God. Welcome to the show, baby. I love it. I absolutely
Yes, sir.
love it. What was your highlight from the MXON Nations? Like, what was your favorite part?
I mean, I'm gonna sound biased, but my old Tomac, dude. Tomac
Yeah.
fucking, that dude is tough, man.
Dude, he really is.
I mean, and it sounds weird because I raced him growing up and I raced him through our younger years and up through 12, 13, 14. Once I had so many injuries after 13 that I wasn't even on them dudes' page no more,
Yeah.
be honest. And that's the fucked up thing with this sport. Like, whatever it happened, I'm chilling. I'm doing something I very love and enjoy and whatever. But Tomac, you know, a lot of people don't like him because he's so like away from the Instagram and away from the story. And it's like, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, that dude's a savage, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're lucky. They're lucky that he really didn't have the stamina that he usually has, because their boys
Amen.
would have been in for a lot bigger fight than they would have once thought they had.
Hey, they're lucky that he was jet lagged, dude.
Straight up. They're
Nah,
lucky
man,
he
my
had to
boy-
fly over on a.
My boy been flying too long. Hey,
Oh my
ET
God.
only comes home every now and then. You hear me?
Straight up. Oh. And you know what, too? That's a good point you brought up, Riff, is like some people are like, oh, you know, I hear a lot of people that love Tomac, but I definitely hear some people that they're not the biggest Tomac fan because they don't really know him and he's not on social media and things like that. But dude, I think something that people don't understand that they really have to get a hold of is that to be a guy like Tomac, you can't be like everybody else.
No.
Like,
Buddy, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're legendary. You're I mean, nothing against the greats that have stepped up and walked away before, you know, Tomac and his career, but like there's only a handful of people that's really went the distance that he has, you know?
Yes.
yes. And the
And it's
longevity
nothing
that
against
he's had.
Villapoto and
Yeah.
Dungy and all these other people. Carmichael. I mean, how can we downgrade Carmichael? The dude won 10 titles in a row. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was time to give her up, Bob.
Oh,
But-
shit. That's funny.
Dude, Tomac has battled some fucking raw dog people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he is, you know, and there's so many people that don't like him because he's just so, he's America, bro.
He is.
The
He
fact
is.
that he went
He's
to the
so
Death
American.
Nations and hung her out like that, I was so pumped. I was
So
like,
So
Jesus, this
pumped.
is tough.
This is tough.
This is
Um,
tough.
So, is there anything else you want to talk about with MXON Nations, Ty? Oh, that's what I wanted to ask.
What?
That's what I wanted to ask. This is what I wanted to bring up. When Supercross the Nations? Okay?
Oh, buddy.
I'm sick
Oh,
of it.
buddy.
I'm sick of it. Because, like,
Hey.
everybody goes out and, like, Tim Geiser right now, unbelievable. Right? Unbelievable.
Adam,
But look
you
at
only brought up Tim Geiser is because I'm pretty sure you out-qualified him at fucking Monster Jam.
whatever. I don't even care. We're not
never
bringing that up. We're not bringing that up. But what I'm trying to say is, like, everybody talks, David Villeman and all these guys talk about, oh, the Euros are so good because of this, this, and this. Dude, I saw
Hey, you are.
our motocross guys up front. A lot of our guys from
Yep.
America that race
yeah.
American motocross. Okay, then on top of it, all the rest of the guys were still kind of back. Okay, Most of them were back. There was one or two that were really in the fight.
Yep.
Okay? But they only focus on one thing.
Yes.
And I know we've said this before, but our money is in Supercross.
Yes.
Okay?
100%.
So where are we going to put our time? Supercross. Okay? If you guys want to be the MX of Nations, well, we got to do both.
Conversation.
You got to do Supercross of Nations too, because what? You're just going to throw something at it that's their forte? Well, Supercross is available. It's what made this sport, it's what blew this sport up, because hate to tell you, MXGP and MX Nations, you got your best guy, Jeffrey Hurlings, saying anybody would jump over to the United States in a heartbeat if they got a ride. There's 22 guys on the line at MXGP.
Well, yeah.
So if motocross is so great and only motocross, and that's only what we have, then why has Supercross been what has grown this sport to what it is?
Because Supercross is so much better than outdoor.
Why is there no Supercross of Nations?
You know damn well why there's no Supercross of Nations.
Because we would win that shit.
And there's no way you'll see Jeffrey Hurlings or, maybe not Jorge Prado or, these Europeans going to change into Supercross suspension and going to put on 2x4s to fucking go practice Supercross to run race. It just, bro.
Why not? We do.
We could fucking.
We have to do Supercross and then outdoor and then back to SMX and then we got to change our suspension for 2 weeks to fucking race their race.
I'm just saying we could fucking probably be Team Puerto Rico and qualify that,
dude. Hey, what were you going to say, Riff? Yeah, break it down, baby. Break it down for us.
Listen. Supercross for us is Jeremy McGrath's game, because he created, for real, he created the epiphany of even a record to shoot for.
Yep.
Yeah.
If Pete Rose never hit 4,000 bats to the fucking outfield,
yeah, what would the goal be?
The motherfuckers wouldn't have no fucking challenge.
Amen.
That is the truth.
Shohei Ohtani just hit 50 for 50, the first dude in history. He ain't never going to match Pete Rose's hits.
No, never.
That's what's sad. It's not sad. It's just a reality.
It's a reality.
Jeremy McGrath set the fucking bar.
Yeah, but dude, that's what I mean.
That the stars aligned.
Well, yeah, he was just he was ahead of his time. Bro.
Jeremy McGrath had Supercross figured out.
Hang on. Let's not get caught up in that. What I was trying to say is those boys overseas, they don't even get to see a Supercross track.
No. I know, you should see the videos they post to their Supercross tracks.
I'm telling you right now, you give fucking Jeffrey Hurlings and you give all them dudes over there, you give Kai DeWolf a Supercross track for 2 years, that motherfucker's going to be dumb.
Yeah.
You might look out.
Yeah, that K DeWolf kid is unreal.
He's legit.
Nasty.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say,
Supercross track for 1 year. That's why we would beat them, though, because they're not used to it.
Yeah, and they need to be on Supercross. We all know Supercross is so hard. Realistically, they have to be in Supercross, 2 to 3 years to really figure it out.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm trying to make, is their literally only focus all of the time is motocross. And we still got second, and the guys who got first race Supercross and motocross.
Yes.
Okay? Everybody else, they only do motocross all the time. What's their excuse? They're all so great. Everybody talks about these Euros. No, hell no. Give credit where credit's due. Where's America at, baby? Give me some. Yeah, America. Yeah, we do it both. We do both of them, and Jet and Hunter, they do both, and Webster does Supercross and Motocross. What's up, baby?
Dude, I don't even think you need to.
no.
Why do you even need to say that? We know that.
Dude, I hear so many fools talking shit on us, how we're like slow now and everybody's getting soft in America, and that's why Europeans are so fast.
I'm going to tell you straight facts, okay?
Fact me up.
If USA was in MXON Nations, bro, no one would give a shit about MXON Nations. That's exactly why we have Iron Man MXON Nations next year. And we just had Red Bud, 2 years ago? And then before that, we had it fucking 3 years ago.
Bro, we're going to get hate comments. We're going to get in trouble for this
other
episode.
countries there are out there that MXON Nations could have? MXON Nations come in U.S. because it's a moneymaker.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, half the countries that race, if they don't come, ain't nobody going to mess them. That's messed up. That's messed up.
This is gonna disrupt everybody. The reason they're coming to fucking Iron Man is because MX Sports is getting the money.
Oh my gosh.
I done got 2 Springfield on everyone.
Oh, damn, right?
Damn, Riffy. Don't do them like that, dog. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so let's get into Riffy's story just a little bit. Okay, so
yeah, tell me who this motherfucker is. Dude.
What do you mean? You know who Riffy is, but
I know,
Riffy,
but nobody know. No, our listeners don't.
Okay, Riffy, start from the beginning. Start from your motocross career. Give us some teams you rode for back in your amateur career. Some people you raced other than Tomac.
I mean, we'll start from the bottom. You want to start from the bottom because that's where we came from.
Yep.
All right. Well, buddy, I grew up at the fucking peak of Springfield that everyone's talking about right now. Right?
Yep.
In the fucking... I won Loretta's out of riding out of a park. You hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. We're hear listening.
You. I literally made a turn track in a park that was shutting down or shut down.
Yep.
And we went and won Loretta's.
Wow.
How old were you? How old were you when you did that?
I was 9 years old. I rode in that park 4 days a week.
Wow.
In the ghettoest of ghetto, buddy. And I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not, but
yeah.
I went to school with the roughest of the rough of them.
Yep.
For sure, for 10 years of my life.
Okay, so did you get a ride out of winning Loretta's when you were 9 or no?
When I was 9, I got a ride, right?
Yep.
And I started riding for, this is going to sound fucked up and people are going to be like, oh, this dude's an idiot. No, I'm not. I rode for Zach Osborne.
Oh, really?
His family had a shop called Champion Cycles.
Oh, I remember Champion Cycles.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, when I won Loretta's when I was 9, I started, or even before that, I rode for Champion Cycles, but no one even knew.
Yeah.
Right. So then bang. And then I went to Loretta's when I was 10.
Yeah.
And dude, as a 10-year-old, I was ripping. Like, Nico Izzy and Austin Shroop were the level ahead of me. They were 10 to 12. I was 7 to 9. But we were all riding together in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the fastest lap time on a 60 as a 9-year-old out of Shroop, Izzy, everyone. People ahead of me.
Wow.
Dude, I wrecked in the first turn, broke my wrist bad.
Oh.
That was it. Next year, we go. Our first 2 races on 60s are straight mud motos, flood out. I got 22nd in both races. I went 22-3-1, then I went 22-1-1, and I got 4th and 6th place.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn. That was
Straight.
2 championships. That was 2 championships that were realistically like
In your grasp.
within arm's reach easily.
Yeah. Yep.
And then transition to 2004. I got a 1st and a 2nd. I got won the stock class in the 60s. One, got 2nd mod. And here's the thing, man. Enough about the past and the history, but like I raced Tomac, I raced Barsha, I raced Wilson, I raced Anderson, I raced and when I was growing up, like every single kid that I was growing up against, Baggett, they have a championship. And it's like that's what eats me up the most is being like,
You could have been that guy.
Like, what if I did something different? Or, I actually, like, it sounds sad, but I raised the bar for them kids, dude. Seriously, like, I'm not even fucking tooting my own horn at all, but I would hit jumps. I would do shit at races that they wouldn't be willing to do. And then they would have to do it. And then, at the end of the day, like, I helped peak their, their future in a sense.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that I'm this pro that's, dude, that takes a lot of work and dedication, man. That takes a lot more than, that takes a lot more than I had to offer. Dealing with what we were dealt with. Like,
yeah. Totally.
And there's nothing against it. Like, and that's why I feel like when Tomac and Barsha and Anderson and all these kids I grew up fucking running the hammer down to and running the hammer down with and fucking battling my whole life, once them dudes go away, as a human and as a watcher and everything in between, like, I don't know what that does for me with their bikes, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can watch.
Yeah, like if you even want to watch Supercross anymore.
Module. Yeah, and it's like, I always will, I'm sure, but like, I mean, once them dudes go away, I don't know
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely gonna be different. So, Riffy, what are you doing nowadays? What's your role?
So pretty much now, like I started working for Jason Baker. He's the owner of DreamTraxx, and pretty much was sum this up. I went to his facility, the Moto Sandbox, for 3.5 years or so, and then I just graduated out of that, and now I pretty much just live in Ohio. We go do super dope jobs for Red Bull and do other Supercross tracks, and I've transitioned into kind of taken over in a sense of the DreamTraxx stuff for the most part, whether Jason is super busy at the Sandbox and anything that involves just 1 or 2 people, I kind of just will try to take on and rally, and anything that's big and over the moon builds that involve a lot of,
kind of involve a lot going on.
Power,
yeah,
like just equipment and this, that, and the third. Like, we'll just he's involved in that, but anything kind of more simple down to couple people, couple machines, couple, whatever it takes. Like, I've been kind of stepping into that role, but on top of that, like, I've just been at home too. Like, I've traveled my whole life, and I've chased the road, and I moved from a decent job down to Florida and took care of the sandbox and did all that stuff, and it just didn't entice me enough to like make it feel like home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I felt like, and this could be biased too, but I felt like I was working for people that were in a position that I could have been in.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it was kind of tough to balance in between that, especially when there's so many different weathers and rain and this and dry and 100,000 degrees the whole time. And
Yeah, for real.
it's so hard to make a track perfect, you know?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And nothing against the riders that rode there, and nothing against what I did. Like, I felt like I gave my all. Like, dude, I rebuilt the whoops every fucking morning.
Oh, I remember.
For riders that I'm not going to speak on, but I rebuilt the whoops every morning, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough.
That is.
That's super
rebuilding
tough.
Rebuilding whoops every day.
I mean, you're
is,
showing up to your day every morning with the whoops prep.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
pretty
sick.
fucking G.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's super G.
And that was at least an hour and a half of the program to begin with. I wasn't even watering them.
Yeah.
And to me, like, I didn't really give a shit. But it got to the point in time where I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be doing this for you, dude.
Straight up, huh?
I've actually been there, and I know what I trained on. I
Yep.
trained with Zach Freeberg on a track that Jason Baker built and didn't come touch it up, but once every 6 months.
Yeah.
We were out there with shovels.
True.
You know?
Yep.
Like, this shit was actually tough.
Yeah, that's how you had to do it. You had no option.
And nothing against that. You guys are way better than I was. But, man, Jesus, dude. Like, it's hard to make that perfect moisture after the rain set in.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, it is. It's super difficult. Well, Riffy, dude,
I mean,
hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being on the show. We're gonna have to do it again. Can you do it again some other time?
yeah, whenever you're ready, Bubba.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, we appreciate
I
you.
appreciate y'all, man. The ending that I have to do with is Eli Tomac, bad motherfucker.
That's a perfect ending. That is the perfect ending. Well, Riffy.
That's all I gotta say. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for being on the show. And we hope to have you on again. And we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Riff. Like,
Our boy Riff was going deep.
he was, my boy Riff was going in, bro. Dude, Riff has, clearly he's been
really
through a
good
lot.
Yes. But if you do follow him on Instagram, he does really good work. Like, really
Well,
good work.
he does really good work because of where he came from, one.
Mm-hmm.
And two, because he actually rode really fast.
Yes.
And I feel like the guys who rode really fast do the best tractor work.
Absolutely. Because you know what matters.
Yes, you know what matters. You know what needs to be perfect. I mean, go check out Riffy's Instagram. It's hold on, let me check it really quick.
Is it in Rife 700?
Yeah, I think it is. It's Riffy, Riffy 700. If you go check out his Instagram, He's got Red Bull stuff on there that he did. I mean, it's like
Yeah, he's done some cool shit.
perfectly manicured, like to a T, like artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Riffy
With
is a-
DreamTraxx.
with DreamTraxx. Riffy's a bad mofo.
Yes.
Is there anything else we want to talk about with MXON Nations?
No. Give me some silly season stuff or some fucking Supercross hype. Is it too early to talk about Supercross?
It's too early, but we
Even
can
with
talk about
Oz XX coming up.
we can talk about the comment that Joey Savacci had. Did you see that or no?
No.
God, I want to pull it up.
Pull it up.
Talk for a second, because this comment that I think it was WSX that posted it was like such a dig at Triumph in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah, like it was just.
Dude, have you seen the Ricky Carmichael Triumph 450 commercial? Yes, you have. I feel like everybody's fucking seen that commercial.
Okay,
where
what
it's
is
like,
it?
Ricky's all like, if I put my name on something, I want it to mean something. And then the Triumph 450 pops up and just it's him on the Triumph 450. It's just like, oh God, bro. Dude, I mean, speaking on Triumph, dude, it's not looking good. Right?
Nah.
I mean, the turnover on the riders and then the riders coming out of it, like, bro, like, what is going on over there? Like, is Triumph just putting too much pressure on these guys? Or, like, what is going on there for him to leave?
I think the bikes are blown up.
You think the bikes are blowing up?
Yeah, I think that and that has nothing to do with the stock Triumph, but when you're trying to make a mod bike out of a stock bike that you don't even know if you got the longevity out of the stock bike yet, and then you're trying to make a mod bike, pretty hard to do.
Really hard to do. And
so Joey
and on top of
Savacci's
it,
comment.
Hold on. And on top of it, you're trying to compete with a Yamaha 250F with Hayden Deegan on it.
Yeah. So Joey Savacci's quote, "The Honda is a proven race bike. I want to race against the best and compete for the world title." Do you think I'm reaching by that being directed at Triumph?
I think it's overreaction week, dude, and we can overreact on whatever the fuck we want.
I mean, bro, what are you the Honda is a proven race bike.
Yeah, but the hard thing is like, did Joey even type that out?
It's got quotations. I don't know. Fucking media nowadays. Who
Or
knows?
it could be his wife.
Yeah, Joey could have never even said that. I mean, people
hey,
be just
post
posting
some shit.
Yeah,
know,
just
fucking,
write something.
Hey, your reeve is on me. I need to post a freaking press release for FIM, dude. I'm trying to put my motos in.
Yeah, post something, babe. Text him something.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah, proven.
yeah, proven. The Honda's a proven race bike.
Or Joey said that is like, hey, it's a proven race bike, and it is, bro. Tim Geiser and freaking
Jet Lawrence
1 and 2 MXON Nations, baby.
Yeah, proven. Jab, jab.
Yeah, let's go. Shit is winning.
Okay, so
I mean, apparently that 2025 is just solving all the problems.
wow, that's a loud text. So, yeah, who do you think wins WSX championship? Yeah, but Tomac's in there, right?
For the whole thing?
I mean, it's 3 rounds, so is it 3 or 4?
I don't know.
Either way, it's not a lot.
Is it
It's
arena
less
cross,
than 5.
Is it arena cross tracks or supercross tracks?
I think it's both.
Well, 2 rounds is fucking Oz SX, right? So then there's only 1 round that's elsewhere?
No. Really?
I thought Oz SX Open is a double header for World Supercross.
Let's see.
Bro, you don't know this? I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Okay. Abu Dhabi, December 4th. Oh, okay. Canada GP, October 26th.
Okay.
1 round.
You just said 2 rounds.
Nope. 1 round.
You said Canada, October 4th, and Abu
Sorry.
Dhabi, December 4th.
I know. I'm going in order now. Canada GP, October 26th. first round.
Okay, got it.
Second
Few
and
weeks.
third round, Australia GP 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
And the fourth round is in Abu Dhabi on December the 4th.
Yeah.
So it's technically
Four
a
rounds.
4-round championship.
So technically, we have someone that ties.
I mean, can you? I mean, yeah, I guess it's an even number. Imagine if there was a tie. How do you tiebreaker? Do you just do like super poll? Why did I just know? How did I just know?
That's
I want
what. Hey, the World Supercross script is coming out. I seen it, guys. It's gonna end up in the Super Bowl.
the Supercross script. The W. Dude, you know what though?
Fucking script, bro. It's gonna come down to Ken Roxon, Vince Freeze, and Eli Tomac.
Dude.
Oh my god. And it's whoever can get a whole shot gets 1 point, and then whoever finishes gets another point.
Dude, don't do WSX like that.
Oh, dude, I seen the script, bro. This is how it's written.
You seen the script.
I seen the script, bro.
You didn't see the script.
If you comment below, I'll send you the script.
What's the secret word for the script?
Just be like, the script.
Comment the script
And
and
I'll send you the script.
Ty will text you the script. Oh, that's epic. Oh,
damn.
shit. Okay, so Tomac looks to be in for the rounds.
All the rounds?
Supposedly. I'll have to triple check it because I'm not getting like a
December
super
4th
clear.
is kind of late.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that's it, bro. I think we're finally into off season. We got a special guest next week, which will be really, really cool.
Let's go.
Hey, high profile guest.
High profile guest. I'll give a little hint. If
Are
you
you-
know who Brett Metcalf is, he had the same sort of numbers this past weekend.
Okay. We want to thank another one of our sponsors, No Lean Suspension. No lean, bro. Do you need some vintage shocks? Do you need your actual new dirt bike to feel like it's riding on baby ducks instead of feeling like it's a Cadillac that just wallows and then you have traction and no traction all the time? Go to Clark Jones, noleanj6.com. Call Clark Jones and say, "What up, Clark? I need a discount. Track Talkers told me to come here." Boom. Instant discount. Okay?
Instant discount.
Instant. No Lean J6. Get your suspension done. That's episode 28. Thank y'all for watching. Look forward to next week. It's going to be an epic one. Peace.